How has it been like for you over 26 years in Finland?
It's been good for the most part, but of course the beginning is always rough.
You are not just a certified nurse, you are also a researcher at the University of Helsinki. You have achieved a lot. What has been your drive?
I'm a go-getter. Let's be honest here.
Wow.
I set goals and I work towards achieving those goals systematically.
How good can it get? Like, tell us about this event.
So we're going to be having a Croda week, 1 full week packed with series of activities, all towards prevention, management of chronic diseases.
I am going to be personally encouraging, and I mean, everybody watching this video has to be a part of this particular event. People should be aware. Hello, Ma.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Precious. Thank
to
you very
Voice
much.
of Inspiration podcast. I'm so excited for this particular one.
Thank you.
So please, can you please kindly introduce yourself to our audience?
Thank you so much, Precious. I really appreciate the fact that you've invited me to your podcast. My name is Emma Tamankag, and I'm a Cameroonian originally, but I want to see myself as a world citizen. So I am, a senior lecturer at Laria University of Applied Sciences. I'm also a co-founder and project expert in the Health is Wealth project at Heed Finland. And I'm also a doctoral researcher at the University of Helsinki in the Faculty of Medicine. So I'm actually a woman wearing so many hats, and I pull, every now and then different hats on.
One of the things I found out when checking out a little bit about you is that you're also a wellness coach.
Yes, I am actually. I am a certified wellness coach and a cultural mediation trainer. So I train cultural mediators, and also very much involved in cultural sensitivity training. So that's something I do very well.
I think we'll be back on that shortly. But I think the first time I saw you was at an event where you were a speaker there, Amarachi 2025.
Yeah.
And your story hits me personally because, I mean, you shared your story there, like how you started. How has it been like for you, like 26 years, over 26 years in Finland?
It's been good for the most part, but of course the beginning is always rough. I came to Finland during a time when there were not so many immigrants or people of my color. And there were no role models, to be honest with you. There was nobody I could look up to, not a man, not a woman, because there were few people from Africa, at least from the, West Africa or Central Africa. And so things were really rough in the beginning, but you make mistakes, then you learn from those mistakes, and you set goals and work towards achieving those goals. So it was just kind of never giving up.
What was your drive, like living at that time? Because I think you were quite young.
Well, as you know, in our home country, everywhere in Africa, and some of the parts in Asia, life is very hard. So you have to go out there to get a better future for yourself. So it's about safety. It's about a better future.
Looking at your profile, you are not just a certified nurse. You are also a researcher at the University of Helsinki.
Yeah.
You have achieved a lot within this number of years. Some people just come and they are comfortable with, being a nurse, and I mean, I have my money and that's good, I'm okay. What has been your drive, really? Like, what has been pushing you to, you achieve one thing, you move to the next one, you achieve one thing, you move to the next one?
Wow, thank you, Precious, for that amazing question. I'm a go-getter. Let's be honest here.
Wow.
I set goals, short-term goals, intermediate goals, and then long-term goals, and I work towards achieving those goals systematically. So at some point when I had my bachelor's degree in nursing, I sat down and I asked myself, Emma, where do you want to see yourself 5 years from now? And I imagined where I would be. And I'm like, okay, if I want to be there, this is what, or these are the things I'm going to do. And it's not as if I thought there would be no, challenges. There will always be challenges.
Yeah.
But because I was so focused on the goal that I was able to, overcome the hurdles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And keep going forward.
I must say that your story, after listening to it on that day, it inspired me. It really did inspire me, because I was like, if this lady came to Finland and then it was not as favorable as it is right now, but she could push herself this hard. I remember you mentioned the challenges you faced, with the immigrants being less, and I was really inspired. From your biography, you're a certified nurse, you're a doctoral researcher, and you're a certified wellness coach. Is there something about medicine you like so much, or it's just a passion?
I'm a registered nurse as well. That's my base, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's my base. I'm a registered nurse.
Yeah.
And when it comes to my work in the field, I worked for so many years, not just as a registered nurse, but also in administration.
Yeah.
I also worked as a head nurse before I moved to Laria in 2010.
Okay.
So when it comes to medicine, when it comes to healthcare, everything interests me. So my goal has always been to, promote the health of the population. And it doesn't matter where I am, whether it's in Finland or it's in some other parts of the world.
So you're very particular about health.
Yes, I am. I am so in love with health. And it is also because I think about my health all the time.
Wow.
I think about my own health all the time. I have been a victim as well. And some of the things and the health challenges that I have had in my early days, if I had the knowledge that I'm trying to put out there now, I would have avoided them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So this is coming from my own personal experience and not wanting other people to fall in the same hole that I found myself because I didn't have the knowledge.
Yeah. As a wellness coach, did this route you to the idea of the Heed, the organization that you are a co-founder of?
Heed is an NGO founded in 2018 that has 3 main objectives: to promote health, education, and integration of immigrants and refugees in Finland.
Okay.
Why Heed? That would be the question.
Yeah.
The organization was founded on the basis of real need of immigrants in Finland in health. Personally, being a community person, I was involved in so many community activities. People kept, and as a healthcare professionals, I got calls constantly, people asking me about different health issues. I kept talking about advising people on different things. In education, I got so many calls. My children were born here. There are good examples. People wanted to know about the education system. On integration, people kept calling me, "Oh, Emma, you've lived here for such a long time. How do we break, the circle? How do we get ourselves well or properly integrated?" You understand what I mean? So when I put all of these calls that kept coming and the people I was helping, one day I asked myself, but hey, wait a minute, this thing can be structured. So many people will benefit from it, right? And that is where Heed that's when Heed was born. And the name Heed, if you think of the meaning of Heed, because people constantly ask why the name Heed. If you think of the meaning of Heed, is to follow advice. To heed to advice.
Oh, yeah.
Heed to advice, because we advise people, we give them guidance, and we're hoping that they will heed to the advice that we've given them, make changes in their lifestyle, follow the right path when it comes to education, proper integration, and all of that. So that's where Heed came from.
Because while I was checking out information about your organization, I went to the website and I was like, and so guys, on the link below, you can check out the website of Heed. And I mean, it was like, why is it Heed? Because I saw health, I saw education, I saw integration, and I was like, these letters don't come together to form Heed.
Yeah.
And I'm actually getting it right now. Yeah. Like,
so heed to advice.
Yeah.
Because what we do is counseling, guidance.
And people have the assignment to heed to it.
Yes, exactly.
To follow with
Yes, exactly.
That's amazing.
Because Precious, let's be honest, knowledge is power, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't know it, you are in trouble.
You are in trouble.
But when you know it, when you have the knowledge, then you can make informed decisions.
Exactly. You organize events regularly because that's the idea of your organization. You organize events to educate people. What is one thing that you can say that you have really contributed so far already that is pushing you to keep going?
Changing lives.
Okay.
Changing lives. The number of testimonials, coming from people who have attended our events, people who have changed their lifestyle completely. They have been able to get themselves or get rid of certain habits and diseases, even stop medications and all of that. So yes, that is something that gives me the pump and the motivation to keep going.
I must say you are really someone who is into health, because I remember we talked when we were talking yesterday about this, and you were telling me you were just from the gym.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. And this is me. I don't even care about the gym. Like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm like, wow, this is good.
It's about walking the talk. Personally, I'm very pragmatic. I'm very pragmatic. And one of the reasons why it's very difficult for me to be a politician, despite all the, all the pressure, it's because I cannot say one thing and do the other. I like to walk the talk. So if I'm telling people to change their lifestyle, be physically active, I want to show that.
Example.
It's not by just talking. People should see me doing it as well.
Yeah. It struck something in me. I was like, you don't just talk to people to do it. You do it yourself.
Yes, I do it also.
It's very good.
I do it. There are many things that during my guidance session or counseling sessions, there are many things I've experimented on myself first, and then look at the evidence, backed by the evidence, and then I can freely and confidently tell the people or somebody sitting in front of me that, okay, if you do this, you do this, you do that, then these are the likely outcomes. Even though people are different, but these are the likely outcomes.
Do you have any events coming up this year?
Yes,
because I would definitely like to be a part of it.
We are having, we've had so many events already, but something that is the talk of the day is CRODA.
Okay.
And CRODA is an acronym for Chronic Disease Awareness. So we're going to be having a CRODA week, 1 full week packed with series of activities, all towards prevention, management of chronic diseases.
My God. So you are organizing an event like specifically to handle chronic disease awareness.
Yes.
People should be aware.
Yes.
Like, I'm just curious, how good can it get? Like, tell us about this event, because I mean, I am going to be personally encouraging, and I mean, everybody watching this video has to be a part of this particular event, because chronic diseases are becoming a big problem in our society.
Yeah, it's a monster.
What happened that pushed you to want to organize this kind of event? Let's start from there.
Again, like I said, I've been a victim myself. And I've never made any, it has never been a secret. I have put out my health records during webinars, and to show people that, for instance, high cholesterol, I've had a high cholesterol because of lack of knowledge. And I can see how the situation kept getting worse when I didn't do anything about it. And I can see how I reversed it to 10 years younger just because, or just with my lifestyle. Do you understand what I mean? So, yes, chronic diseases, they are a monster. Chronic diseases are on the rise globally. Globally, it doesn't look at your face. It doesn't care about your financial status or your social status. It doesn't really care about that. It will hit you if you don't do the right things. You understand what I mean? For the most part. Yes, I know there are people who do all the right things and they are still, or they still suffer from a chronic disease. Let's say, for instance, cancer. Yes, some things are hereditary, that some people are genetically predisposed, right? But there's something we can also do about it. It is really important for people to know that chronic diseases are on the rise. It's a monster that needs many people, from, different directions. It's an elephant. Just imagine, let me use an analogy. Chronic diseases, we're talking about diabetes, we're talking about cancer, we're talking about all the different cardiovascular problems. We are including stroke, okay? So nowadays, even mental health, we're talking about obesity. These are all chronic diseases, right? And to be honest with you, there are so many people who are dying every day from these chronic diseases. But do you know what's even interesting about it? With just simple lifestyle changes, we can prevent them to a large extent.
You're talking right now, and I'm just thinking. There was this auntie that I grew up with. Like, I kind of knew her. I respected her so much. And then we moved to another city, and then years later, I heard that she was gone. Of what? Cancer. I cried. Like, it pained me. Just recently, a popular figure died of cancer. Like, I felt the pain of the loss. Because this is someone that, we see them on media, they are okay, they are fine. Please, ma, what can we really do? Because I think this is something that everybody, irrespective of whether you have the sickness, whether you don't have it, you have to be a part of this.
How do you even know you don't have it? Here is a difference between a chronic disease and an infectious disease, okay? If you get hit by a virus right now, in a couple of days, you get the symptoms. You get treatment, right? And you're done with that. But the difference, why I call chronic diseases, I call them monsters, is because they will eat you up within for 10 to 15, 20 years for some people, and there will be no symptoms. There will be no symptoms. So how do you know the person sitting next to you or the person you are talking to doesn't have, a bomb waiting to explode someday? And that is why we are asking people to come to checkups. When you hear there's an event somewhere where they're providing, checkups and different screenings, just go, because then something might just be building up with no symptoms. And that would be your opportunity to get to know about it. We've had young people, young men and women here in Finland from our communities who slept and just could not wake up.
No, at a point I was worried myself. Because I was like, why do we neglect our health so much? I mean, this is something that we just have to be thanking you for. Not just that you have a passion to help the community. You want to help where there is need for a help, an urgent help. Please, can you tell us about this event? Tell us about CRODA 2026.
CRODA Week, Chronic Disease Awareness Week, is going to take place in Malmi, Helsinki. So all the activities are going to center around Malmi. So all eyes should focus towards Malmi. It is going to take place from the 7th of September to the 12th of September. So it's a 1 full week from Monday to Saturday. So on Monday, the 7th of September, we have the opening ceremony that will be done by the Deputy Mayor of Helsinki. And then immediately after that, we're having a health fair. So during the health fair, we have third sector organizations, we have grassroots organizations who are going to be there to talk about the services that they offer, provide guidance, and also some health screening. On Tuesday, we will have a healthy cooking competition. And the winner, let me start by saying the winner will be awarded. You can participate in the competition as an individual, you can participate, as a group, 2 people representing an organization, or just 2 friends who decide to, so we want to show them that we can cook healthy food. But on the same day, while the cooking competition is ongoing, we also have a body composition test that will be done. A body composition test basically is not a free service, but we are providing it for free. So with the body composition test, you get to know what's happening within your body. You get to know how much body fat you have, overall fat percentage, your fat mass, so your fat in kilograms. You get to know how much visceral fat you have, so that's belly fat. You get to know how much muscles you have, how much water you have in your body, your bone mass, and it tells you about not just your BMI, but your metabolic age.
Wow.
So you don't want to miss that as well. And that will be provided for free at Malmin Varostamo on Tuesday. And you will get culturally sensitive guidance after the test has been taken. Then we have also counseling on different health-related topics like, for instance, breast health, mental health, kidney and liver diseases. And then on Thursday, which is the 10th of September, we are having an expert-led workshops and a masterclass. So series of health topics, presented by professionals. We're going to have a cultural sensitivity in social and healthcare. So that's a workshop that's going to be in the morning and in the afternoon. There will be oral health and chronic diseases. There will be women's health. And under women's health, we are talking about breast cancer. We are talking about cancer of the uterus. We are talking about perimenopausal and menopause symptoms and chronic diseases. So there will be a lot about women's health. And then there will be men's health as well. So that's one workshop. It's going to be everything that has to do with men's health, from prostate cancer to men's mental well-being and all of that. And then there's a separate workshop for mental well-being. So that's Thursday. We're going to have a panel discussion as well. The panel discussion is going to be everything that has to do with chronic diseases, involving educational institutions, to grassroots organizations, to patient organizations, to even people themselves who are living with a chronic disease, right? And a cultural mediator. So that's going to be part of the panel discussion. So as part of the program, we're going to be projecting success stories. So people who have attended our events and have seen the results and would like to share their experiences with others and be as a peer supporter.
Who should be a part of this event?
Everybody. This is a community. This is every single individual should come out during that week. We have over 32 partner organizations who have signed up because that's how important this
I checked out on the website. You have a lot of partners with this particular event. And
we have many, and they are all excited about it. And we're calling for people to come out in their numbers to support this movement.
It's been an amazing discussion already, and I would have really loved this to go on and on, because there is a lot we can learn from healthy conversations like this. What do you have as a message to someone suffering a particular disease? It could be chronic, it could be not chronic, and maybe someone who has someone who is about to die in a couple of months because they have been diagnosed. What message do you have for them? As someone whose heart is going out for people suffering from such, as someone who has probably been there before, what message do you have for them?
My number one message would be, please never give up hope, this is very, very important, because for so many people, when they've been diagnosed with a chronic disease, the part that takes them even faster is the psychological aspect. They give up very easily. A chronic disease is not a death sentence. So that's my number one. Number two, please go for regular checkup. They say a stitch in time saves 9. When something is dictated earlier, and seek help when needed. It is very important to surround yourself with loved ones. Make sure you're connected with people, connected with the community. Make sure you have somebody you can talk to, understand the lifestyle changes that you're supposed to make, for better health and things like that. So this would be my message. Come to Heed. We provide free guidance session every Thursday, 45 minutes of free counseling session. And so many people have benefited from these counseling sessions. You don't even need to have a chronic disease. I've had people who've come to me, they are like, you know what, you did not give me medication, but just talking to you and hearing you talk to me the way you've done, I feel like I'm healed. And please do not wait to be diagnosed, because by the time you're diagnosed, a lot of damage has been caused. Remember, chronic diseases has no symptoms. You will not get the symptoms until enough damage has been caused. So please come to our sessions, come to our guidance sessions, to our well-being events, and just benefit from a free service. You're taking care of yourself. Remember, your wealth is not the amount of money you have in your bank account. Your greatest wealth is your health. Because without health, even the money, all the properties, everything you have is useless. So that would be my last message. Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
Better health together, and together we are stronger.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mimes. I'm so grateful for this conversation. So we just want to say thank you so much for following us with this conversation until this point. So please, if you are in Finland, you are around Finland, even around Europe, you want to be a part of Kuroda 2026. More information will be coming on that, and we want you to just follow our guest today on all our social media platforms, because updates about the event will be coming up from there as the days go by. Thank you very much. I remain your host, Precious Kungo, and see you in my next video. Bye.